Yo, what's up, everyone? Today I just kind of wanted to go over kind of what's been going on in the last, I don't know, week in regards to, my boy, my Lord and Savior, Kanye West. It's been a telling week, I think, for a lot of people. Honestly, I'm kind of over it. It's fucking, I don't need to read another Kanye tweet for a good while, but that doesn't mean that I still don't hold him up higher than I think some people want to right now. And I just kind of wanted to touch on it. Basically, the way I think of it, and I'll try and keep this short and not an 11-minute spiel like my last video was, but I wanted to just kind of, explain my thoughts. I think with Kanye in general, he just says what he says, and we know in the last, basically 8-9 years, he's gone through some shit. He saw his mom die, who was his best friend. His mom was everything. I can relate to that. Shouts out my mama. But that's terrible, and it's not something anyone should go through. And I think that was his spiral downwards. I mean, after his mom died, he went away for a while. He wasn't the same. He hasn't been the same. And we slowly saw him deteriorate over, the coming years. But he didn't slow down. He didn't slow down at all. And I mean, he had some of his best stuff come out. He had My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, his second best album. He had Watch the Throne, he had Yeezus, people hated on him for that. 5 years later, everyone loves it. Going through all of it, and then of course, Life of Pablo came out, which is a fucking awesome album, but of course everyone wants to call it Rush, or Shitty, or whatever. Yet all his shows still sold out. He canceled shows, came back, they still sold out. He basically reinvented tour merch for the most part. Everyone is still eating that shit up, regardless of the fact that we want to wear it or not anymore. I still have my shit up there. But it just got to a point where his mental health was so bad, and he got checked into the hospital. They had to fight him to get him in there, but he did. And he came out, and we started to see happy Kanye again. We saw him smiling. He had his kids. He's got a loving family now. Say what you want about Kim, but she looks like she's a great mother. He's got a great supporting team. He's got Ivan. He still has Virgil. He still has Dawn. He still has Mike Dean. He still has Cudi. Him and Cudi being back together, releasing an album June 8th is the best thing I've heard in so long. I am more excited for that album than Kanye's solo album, fucking anything. That's going to be my shit this summer, all year. I can finally put Tame Impala Currents to rest. I can have my new shit to jam. Anyway. That being said, I think Kanye is at his peak right now. I think he's so good that I think that he was kind of riding on this high of, oh shit, I'm doing so good. I need to get all of this out. So we rejoined Twitter. And I think that kind of spurred a lot of people to be like, yo, whoa, dude, what the fuck are you saying? Obviously in regards to his shit about Trump. Now, I don't necessarily think it was obviously thought through when he said it, but I think that what he meant has some merit to it. I think it's misinterpreted. He's talking about love. Kanye is talking about loving one another, and that we can't go anywhere, we can't progress any further if we're not looking to rid ourselves of hate or evil and pushing ourselves towards love and acceptance, even if it's those people that we despise or dislike. Because truthfully, if we can, come together, there's nothing that we can't overcome. Now that obviously sounds corny as fuck, but that's what he's saying. He's saying that those things are bred to sound corny, or we're bred to push those things away because it's cheesy. And, that's not something that I want to subscribe to. I want to subscribe to loving one another and accepting one another. That's something that I myself have dealt with throughout my entire life, because I've always just kind of been myself. And I've been bullied for it, I've been ridiculed for it, I've been told I was, fucking lame, I've been told I was a loser, and those are things that I just kind of kept in the back of my head. So every time I was successful or I progressed farther than those people, I didn't shove it in their face, but it was just a personal victory. Regardless of that, I think that what Kanye meant, and a lot of what he was saying, was that we just need to love one another. And I think that needs to be the focal point. Kanye's not out here, promoting the NRA. He's not out here promoting racism. What he's saying is that there's definitely things like classism that are going on. Racism is still definitely a thing running rampant throughout, the US, North America, the entire world. And that I think that we can't get anywhere until we come together and kind of work on the issues together. If we keep ourselves on opposite ends of this divided line, those things are just going to continue to happen, and we're not going to progress. So I think, especially with his song that just came out with T.I., like with Tip, Ye versus the People. He explains it in there. It's misinterpretation. And, you know, he could go on and he could rap about selling crack or buying Gucci or killing people, and we wouldn't have a problem with it. But, you know, he brings up talking about love and acceptance and doing it in a pretty radical way, and then suddenly everyone has an opinion on politics. I guarantee if those same people who are caring now about what Kanye said went out and voted, you know, a year and a bit ago, the situation would probably be fucking different. We'd probably have the first lady in the White House, regardless. I think what Kanye meant was endearing. I think that he means well. He just started his own charity called the Donda Social, named after his, you know, his late mother. Rest in peace, Donna West. And it's going to help, you know, families in need in Chicago. This is what everyone was calling him out on. Like, where are you in Chicago? Where are you in Chicago? He's like, here's where I am in Chicago. Here's a charity to help those who are impoverished or who need help with housing or who just need to eat. I'm going to make sure that those people are taken care of. And you still saw all of his loved ones and friends. You had Chance the Rapper, his lame ass. You had basically everyone that was still close to him, you know, coming out in support for him. People were a little confused, but I think once you saw all these people actually talking to him face to face, the thing was different. So my only thing that I want to leave with as parting words is, don't get so sucked into it. Don't be that person that reads a headline and then just wants to bastardize someone or label them as, you know, shitty or, you know, hate mongering or things like that, because, you know, 9 times out of 10 it's deeper than that. There's more to it. Kanye has done so much good in my life. Call me lame for saying that all you want, but he's the one that pushed me to want to do what I want to do, for self-love, for being okay with who I am and pursuing the things that I did, because now I'm here. And I'll always have his back in regards to this. So this is just my shout out to that. Shout out Kanye. If you see this, let's collab. I've been waiting a long time. I will jump on Team Adidas if you want me to. I'll give up my Nike branding. That's okay. But yeah, that was just my short words on it. Love each other. Let's not just focus on hate. Let's accept that we can move forward if we just decide to step over that dividing line and just hug it out. Anyway, that's it. Bye-bye. Peace.